Oh, let's get to Florian Wirtz, shall we? Because last week there were very strong reports that Bayern Munich was the chosen next destination for this player and that the two sides had reached an agreement and all was looking rosy on that side of things. However, Manchester City are said to be still trying to convince this player to come to the northwest of England. So Aage Fjortoft, along with Frank Leboeuf. Jan, what's going on?
Well, a quick explainer. This is Florian Wirtz. Everybody loves German football. We know that this is the real deal. There is a lot of clubs want him. We've been talking about Real Madrid following Alonso, Manchester City replacing De Bruyne, and then Bayern Munich, of course, who have to look for the best players in the Bundesliga. So his dad has a close relationship to Uli Hoeneß, who is still the man in charge of Bayern Munich, even as he doesn't have that title. So they've been kind of discussing the future of Florian Wirtz. So everybody thought that he could go there. Then the board of Bayer Leverkusen said yes, he is for sale, but it costs 150 million euro. So this is Bayer, the group of Bayer Leverkusen, all your creams and everything that you have in your toilet map. That's from Bayer Leverkusen. So they said, so this is the guy. This is the guy, you can have him for 150 million. And everybody thought that he was going to Bayern. But mind you, Bayern, where do they have the problem? They have two problems. They have a problem in defense and they have a problem with money. So they said, yeah, we can maybe take him from 100 million euro this summer or wait till 2026, where he have 1 year left of his contract and the price will reduce. So what is Manchester City doing? Well, they didn't offer De Bruyne a new contract and I want to replace him. So this morning, the Wirtz, Team Wirtz went to Manchester, talked to Manchester City, and I'm told that Pep is very involved in this project. This is the player they want, and they have also signaled that they are nearer to pay the 150 million euro now as it stands. So they just arrived back in Germany. Decision time. Bayern Munich getting more and more nervous. Uli Hoeneß will probably ask Papa Fritz over for another sausage because now they're getting worried that Manchester City could hijack this.
What do you think the likelihood is? Like, how would you apportion percentage, whatever way you want to say it, Frank? What do you think is most likely in this moment right now for Florian Wirtz's future?
I mean, I put myself in his shoes and I see how many players you have in Bayern Munich with Musiala coming back, Kane and all the attackers, Laura Sané and some others, and having Wirtz just behind Haaland and I forgot the Egyptian player, so Marmoush. Sorry, that would be for me. Yes, that would be for me awesome. That would be the real catch for Manchester City, and a very good one.
I think just if I have to just say, Kay, I just want to say it's a very important point. It's a very important point that Frank is doing there, because I remember when the process about Erling Haaland going to Real Madrid or he's going to Manchester City, one of the major things for Team Haaland at that point was to come to a club that need him. Yes, he will go to Bayern and he will play there, but they have to find a new system. And they have Musiala already in that role, so they have to find a new system to get him in there. Fine, he can do that. Musiala and Wirtz will probably find a way to play. But at Manchester City, there is a role, there is a seat. This is where you're going to sit. This is where you're going to play. And I also think that the convincing eyes and ears and mouth of Pep Guardiola could play a role here, because wow, when Pep Guardiola, as one of the most successful coaches ever, is so desperate to get you, it's hard to say no.
What would you do, Shaka? Because we're talking about two of the biggest clubs in world football wanting this player right now.
Well, these things always come down to a personal choice. For Florian Wirtz, obviously knows Germany and German football, so Bayern is an easy step up in that regard, or does he want to kind of push his horizons a little further and take that, go to a league that he doesn't know? But to the point, and if I'm understanding Jan correctly, it may not be down to him or Team Wirtz. If Bayer Leverkusen decide we are only taking 150 million and nothing else, and it's coming now, according to Jan, one club can pay that, Manchester City. And if that therefore kind of takes that decision away from Florian Wirtz. The one good thing, when you're a player like Florian Wirtz, when you're as talented as he is, you know you're going to go to an incredible football club. Wherever you land, you will be competing for titles. So that is not as big a decision that most players have to make. You know, you kind of want to figure out where you fit, what's the project, will we be competing? You know, Florian Wirtz, wherever he goes, you're competing for titles, not only domestically, but in Europe. So at least there's that comfort in his making of the decision.
Yeah. What would it factor in at all, Jan, loyalty here to Leverkusen and thinking, okay, I might be leaving them without my services, but I'll be getting them a big payday?
Yeah, well, here's Shaka is right. I mean, it could be down to, okay, either you go to this club now for 150 or you stay another year. But you have also the other thing that goes into this is that Leverkusen doesn't want to take him to Bayern. That makes sense. I mean, yes, a lot of players in Germany, they find that they will go to Bayern Munich. You won't see that in England. You won't see that in Spain, going to the biggest rivals. But that is a tradition of that in Germany. But Leverkusen, of course, see themselves as a challenger. They won it last season. They are second this season. Next year, maybe them and Dortmund will be the new challengers. So they don't want to make Bayern Munich better. In terms of a payday, Kay, I think that Leverkusen know what kind of club they are. It's the same as my Eintracht Frankfurt. They know what kind of club they are. When someone comes in and pay you 80 million euro for Marmoush in January, they sell him, although they know that could at the end cost them the Champions League place. And Leverkusen know that. That's the club we are. He has the contract till 2027. They tried to extend it to 2028. They didn't succeed in doing that. So Florian Wirtz can also think, I sit for one more year to kind of get my deal done there. But we know about injuries. Florian Wirtz had an injury. We know about the interest. Will Pep be at Manchester City in 1 year? Will Bayern Munich see that they can play with Musiala in that role alone? So timing is everything here. And but it's a great decision to make, I guess, when you have Pep calling you all the time.